Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to bring you another pick and prediction video in the NFL. Week 14 in the NFL season. It's going to be a quick video for you. As you know, I was out last week on vacation, just got back late yesterday. So really didn't get a chance to really dive into a lot of these games. So I only got 3 games on tap for you in this video. 23 and 21 now. I know I went 2 and 3 back in week 12. Should have been a 4 and 1. Had some bad beats in there. I think they were the right calls, but it is what it is. That happens. So, on to week 14, where again, I only got 3 games on tap for you this week, but I will have more in the upcoming weeks. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got the Seahawks visiting the Falcons. Seahawks been sluggish the last 2 weeks. They blew a 20-point lead against Tennessee, only to get backdoored, only win by 6. That's a game that I whipped on. And they had the 26-0 win against Minnesota. That looks good on paper, but that was an unlosable game. The Vikings had to start Max Brosmer, 4th-string quarterback, never played before, rookie. There was no chance that Minnesota was going to be able to win that game. And despite all that, Sam Darnold still did not play well. The Seahawks defense had a pick 6 in there, completely shut down that Vikings offense. So can Sam Darnold in this offense kind of turn things around? Atlanta, they still got no Drake London. Obviously, you guys know Michael Penix is out, so it's Kirk Cousins out there. Can he navigate a very tough Seahawks defense? That's also getting healthier. If you haven't heard, Julian Love is coming back to the secondary. And the Atlanta defense, pass defense has been kind of average across the board in terms of pass defense metrics. So Darnold hasn't been playing that great lately. He's going to go against basically an average pass defense. Can he turn it around in Atlanta? Look at this. Kirk Cousins, 6.3 yards per attempt. He's going against the number 1 defense in the league in terms of yards per attempt. They're also going to have the number 2 ranked run defense in the league right now in rush defense yards allowed per game. That's going to be tough on Bijan because Atlanta's best chance to move the ball in this game, I believe, is Bijan Robinson running the football. He's 6th in the league running the rock, but now he's got to go against a tough test. So I say he's probably not getting off in this game. So now you're going to have to get something from Kirk Cousins. 6.3 yards per attempt. Kirk Cousins in that pass game struggling. No Drake London to take some pressure off of Kirk and those other receivers against one of the top ranked pass defenses. Go ahead and give me Seattle. I'm going to lay the 6.5 in this one. All right, moving on to the next game. We've got rivalry game, Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Baltimore Ravens. This is for first place in the AFC North. Both of these teams are 6-6, but they're a different kind of 6-6, right? Pittsburgh, but they're holding on for dear life right now. They are struggling offensively. They haven't struggled offensively all year, but they've been able to manufacture some wins with some soft scheduling in there. Baltimore, they had Lamar Jackson out for several weeks. They struggled early in the year. They've turned it on. They've won 4 of the last 5, though they dominated at home by Cincinnati in the return of Joe Burrow. Still, they've won 4 or 5, and now they're up at the top of the division right now, tied with Pittsburgh. So this is for first place in the AFC North. All the momentum is on Baltimore's side. Despite that, it's really been about the Ravens defense because Lamar Jackson's struggling. Overall this season, he's 23rd in total EPA. In the last 3 weeks, he's 27th in his total EPA. If you're watching Lamar play, he is struggling right now. He's very inconsistent moving the football. They're getting it done more on the ground and with their defense, which has made a 180 from earlier this season. They're playing a lot better this year, playing to what you expect the Baltimore Ravens defense to be. 8th in pass defense yards per allowed in the last 3 games. 3rd in completion percentage allowed. Then you're going against Aaron Rodgers, who struggled all year. You guys know what it is, man. Old man Aaron Rodgers. His average depth of target, 5.8, is the worst in the NFL. Yards per attempt is very low. His EPA is 28th. This is not an explosive passing attack. So when I'm looking at this game, by the way, these are 2 decent running games going against 2 decent run defenses. So when I'm looking at this game, I say they're going to have to be, both teams are going to have to run the ball. Whoever can run the ball is going to win the game because I don't think either one of these quarterbacks are going to have very consistent days passing the ball. I think it's going to be a very defensive game. I know all the momentum is on Baltimore's side, and I think Baltimore is going to win the game, but I like Pittsburgh with the plus 5.5 and what I think is going to be a defensive game. Points are going to be at a premium in this one. I'll take 5.5 on the road. All right, moving on to the third and final game. Get this off before we kick off. Broncos are laying 8 versus the Raiders on the road. If you guys look at Bo Nix's numbers this year, he's struggling all year. Despite the fact these guys are 10-2. They're 10-2 on the backs of probably the best defense in the NFL. And what was a strong running game with J.K. Dobbins, right? Definitely is taking a hit now down to R.J. Harvey. So Nix has been struggling all year long, but over the last 3 weeks, he's improved a lot. He's improved a lot, and that's coincidentally with Dobbins when Dobbins went down. Fourth in EPA, ninth in yards per attempt. He's playing much better. Going against the pass defense is 30th in yards per attempt allowed overall this season. The Broncos should have a strong game in this one, I think, passing the football. That's going to open up things for the running game against the Raiders' rush defense. That's not really that strong. So how do the Raiders keep pace? They don't, right? You're going against a top 2 defense with Geno Smith. Geno Smith this year is 36th in EPA under pressure. Second to last. Only QB worse is Camp Ward. He's been terrible this season, and he should be under a lot of pressure in this game. Broncos, second in the league in sack rate, 5th in pressure rate. He's going to be running for his life. I know they're at home, but I don't think it's going to matter. The Raiders are 2-10 out of it. It's not like the crowd is going to be going crazy in this one. And then, okay, well, maybe they would run the ball. Raiders are dead last in the league running the football right now, going against the 5th-ranked rush defense. So because of all of that, go ahead and give me the Broncos laying the 8. I know that's supposed to say Broncos. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and change that right now. That's crazy. We're going to say Broncos laying the 8 on the road. I know it's a division rivalry game, and that's kind of a big number to give up on the road in a division rivalry game, but in the end, I don't think it matters. Go ahead and give me Denver. So anyways, that wraps it up again. I know it's late. I'm going to get this out to you, and I'll have more games for you on tap in the upcoming weeks, as now there'll be no more vacations. Well, we got Christmas coming up, but we'll see what happens then. All right. So if you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and take care.